Welcome back, my viewers and subscribers. I hope everybody here stays safe. Now, a 24-year-old lifeguard from Catherine Mount in St. James has been arrested and charged with the murder of his 30-year-old brother. You don't know if you're from that area, you can comment and tell what go on. If you know about it, you can make me know what go on, make others know what go on, people, because right now Jamaica just get scary and scarier. You understand? You're not even for look out for your friend alone, you have to look out for your family nowadays. You understand? Because you not even know who are come at you. You get what me and see people, so it just rough nowadays. It's rough. So I want to just comment and tell me what you think. And if you know what go on, you get what me and see people, because I really know what go on now. A popular bus driver was shot dead moments before he could load his vehicle in Hendon, Savlanamar, Westmoreland early Saturday morning. You don't know, you can comment and correct me if I pronounce some of the name them wrong in some of the community them or the town them. Now people I don't come from that side, so you don't know me if I just say my condolences to all of the family and friends and loved ones, to the people who drop out. You get what me I say, John will start it going. But people now, Prime Minister Andrew Holness disclosed yesterday that the government is ready to unveil the second phase of its national crime fighting strategy. People, I could check it out and hear what a brother here say.
Security forces have created within Central Kingston, within Parade Gardens, a certain level of security. We call this the clear. And then, having cleared it, we intend to hold. And having held it for almost a year, we are now in the build phase. And the build phase is not just the physical infrastructure, it is also repairing the heart and soul of the community. One of the testimonials which touched my heart was of a young lady who pointed out that she was going through so much trauma, so much stress. And when Project Star was brought to her, one of the Project Star agents suggested that she should get counseling. And she rejected it at first, like many Jamaicans do. We have come to internalize and accept trauma as normal. We have come to accept violence as a normal part of our culture and how we live. It is abnormal. The level of violence that we have and that we inflict on each other, it is abnormal. And until we accept that, we will continue to have challenges with our society. Now, the good thing is that the young lady decided to accept the invitation to counseling. And her testimony is that counseling helped her to deal with the trauma that she was experiencing in her life. And if there is one message from the Project Star experience that we would want to carry right across Jamaica, is that if you have a challenge, if you have personal problems, if you have social and emotional problems, mental challenges, talk to someone. And there are professionals, people who are trained, who can be of great assistance in this regard. And I want to commend Project Star for bringing this kind of social intervention into inner city communities where trauma exists as a daily feature of person's existence. We have to show our people that the trauma, that the violence, that the aggression, it's not normal, it shouldn't be, and there is indeed another way. So the government's crime fighting strategy has been very tactile. It has focused heavily on investing in the police force and the military. It has invested heavily in technology and equipment, and it has invested heavily in the dynamic response of the security forces to ensure that we control spaces, that we control actors, and that we are able to interdict criminals and prosecute. That is half of the problem. The next phase of the government's crime fighting strategy is to treat with the center of the problem. And the center of the problem is the person. So we have to now invest heavily in our social support, our psychological and emotional support. We have to invest heavily in our crime prevention, in our youth involvement, in our community involvement. And you would have started to see the government making those kinds of investment in some of the interventions that we have been putting significant resources in for our young people, for psychological and social and emotional support. But we're going to take that a step further. We have had now for the last 2 years a committee that has been empaneled to develop a national strategy to deal with violence, and this is the National Commission for the Prevention of Violence, headed by Professor Sams Vaughan, and it is a whole of society effort where our persons who are skilled in this area, persons who are academics, and persons who understand this area have been working in a collaborative effort to look at all the interventions that the government already would have sponsored or would have effected, and to bring them together in a cohesive whole of government approach to treat with the other element of the challenge, and that is the violence, the social and socio-emotional interactions, those areas which we have not made a budgetary effort to treat with. So Project STAR could be considered as one element in this strategy. It is private sector led, it is government supported, it is not intended, and when these projects come on board, sometimes the recipients believe that these projects will be there forever.